Next question from the round will be from Alice.
Hi, I would like to know if you were going to provide residents with phone numbers to call if they see anything happening that should not be happening, such as trucks going by without covers on them, someplace for the residents to call and report things that they see or to clarify things that they see. If they see something, someone who can say, that's okay, that was not contaminated, or...
Absolutely, Alice, and I think you see all four of us shaking our heads here. Yeah, so there's a work notice that goes out pretty much before every activity to the residents. It has Keith's number on it. It certainly has my number. Patricia's here on site every day, except Saturday and Sunday.
Right. We'll have some signage too, but yeah. And so we're going to do a series of work notices, and those work notices will go out. The process that we have is we typically give them to Mr. Beck, and he works with the housing providers. But we also have ways of ensuring that they're posted to next door. And in addition to that, they often get, depending upon the activity, they actually get hand delivered to each door, each door of each home. But we have different types of work notices. Sometimes we have work notices that just say, hey, Perimeter Road's going to be closed for this time to this time. Which affects everybody. Sometimes we have notices that just go out to a small number of folks because there's one little thing that we want them to know in that area, and we let them know about that right away. And that's protocol for most environmental sites. We're just following protocol that really you should follow when you do this. So yeah, there'll be folks to call, and not just my number, but folks in the caretaker site office as well, because we realize this is going to be, it's not going to go on the weekends, but it is going to be a Monday through Friday environmental cleanup job. There's a lot, and you can all see this, there's a lot from what Chris described, what we hope you captured. There's a lot of moving parts here, right? Digging, spreading out, screening, right? Testing for contaminants, testing for rad, screening for metal casings of munitions, things like that. A lot of moving parts, and that means also a lot of trucks moving, right? That are going to be held to a very slow speed. But all of that, you're very right. I mean, common sense tells you when there's that many moving parts, we need to know at any moment in time if there's a complaint, if there's something that seems, that we need to look into. Because again, this is an active construction job, essentially.
I'll also add that the CB9 crew that we're using for this project is the same team that we used for the last summer interior scans of the buildings. And the way we handled that was residents are going to naturally ask questions to the folks that they see in the field who are actually contractors. They're instructed not to actually answer those questions specifically on behalf of the Navy, but they quickly can hand you a contact. Anybody a contact and say, here, call Dave Clark, he's the lead RPM, and it can get handled that way. So our team that we have out there is well versed in this.
Also, I think it would be a good idea if you had sort of a suggested, list of things that people can report, such as if a truck goes by and you want to report something on that truck, what is it that you would need to know from us as reporters? Like identification information, or where we would see that on a truck. Like, does a truck have a number? And is that what we should report to you? Say, truck number so-and-so just went past the back of my house and it doesn't have a cover. Or so, some way to let us know how to give you the information so that it can be taken care of.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good comment. I think Keith and I will talk about that and maybe send out a separate notice. Yes.
And it's good. Ray's here. Ray's, as you know,